Now at 5, as the number of coronavirus cases outside China continues to rise, the anxiety remains high, playing out in the global markets. Today, the Dow Jones fell 123 points to close at 26,957. Americans are now on alert. So far, there are 53 cases of the virus contained in the U.S. President Trump spent some of his day in briefings with top aides hours before a scheduled news conference.
That's when the president will address his administration's response to the growing crisis. CBS 4's Skyler Henry is live from Washington, D.C. with the latest. Skyler.
Rudabeh, Elliott, good evening to you. Yeah, the president is scheduled to make remarks in about an hour and a half or so inside of the briefing room. It's only the second time he's done so in his presidency. And up to this point, we've been led to believe that the White House is focusing on the financial aspect of the coronavirus. One, finding the funding in order to pay for the crisis altogether, or dealing with the crisis, I should say. And two, trying to prevent the markets from dropping any further. Now, of course, the priority is keeping the American people safe, but you'll also have to remember that President Trump is running a re-election campaign, and part of that is having a strong economy. And so the president is taking the messaging into his own hands.
With support from this committee.
Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar told a House subcommittee we need to be prepared for more cases of the coronavirus here in the United States.
While the immediate risk to the American public remains low, there is now community transmission in a number of countries, including outside of Asia, which is deeply concerning.
The Trump administration is asking for $2.5 billion to fight the spread of the outbreak. Secretary Azar says some of the money will go to increasing production of medical equipment, including face masks.
I do want to caution it will take time because China, as you rightly mentioned, China does control a lot of the raw materials as well as manufacturing capacity.
Thank you. President Trump tweeted his support for Secretary Azar and the CDC. But senior White House officials tell CBS News the president is taking over messaging to prevent the stock market from tumbling further.
After opening higher, the Dow Jones moved into negative territory in the early afternoon following huge losses Monday and Tuesday.
This is a headline-driven sell-off, and we are not getting headlines to really pacify the fears of the marketplace.
The outbreak continues to spread outside China. Brazil reported its first case in South America, a man who recently returned from Italy. That country is now reporting about 350 cases, prompting the U.S. State Department to issue a travel advisory, asking U.S. citizens to exercise increased caution when traveling there.
Now, Senators Rick Scott and Marco Rubio have also responded to this coronavirus outbreak, both of them saying that the Chinese haven't been completely transparent in terms of dealing with just how dramatic this coronavirus is, and that is necessary to do so for America and other countries around the world to deal with a proper global response. Guys.
Henry, thank you very much for that live report.